Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. So a couple of months ago I done two videos of top 10s where I done my top 10 4K Steelbooks and my top 10 Blu-ray Steelbooks. Now I said in them two videos that I was not going to feature any Arrow Video Steelbooks in it because I wanted to do just a video on them Steelbooks alone. Now I was actually just checking out my videos the other day and I couldn't believe it. I have never featured an Arrow Video, whether it was a movie or even a limited edition or a collector's edition from Arrow Video. I've never done a feature video on Arrow Video, which I found to be absolutely amazing. I cannot believe that I've actually let that pass me, because I have a very decent Arrow Video collection, and I thought, look, seeing it's the new year, why not do my top 10 favourite Arrow Video Steelbooks? So let's get right into it. Let's not waste any time because I don't want this video to go on too long. So the first film we have is David Cronenberg's classic Rabid. Now I have not seen this film in years. I think I might have only seen it once. And I think it's a good, as far as I remember, it's a very decent horror movie. Again, I can't really remember too much about it, but I do always remember, when I was younger, I always remembered this cover. It just sticks out in my mind. It's one of them movies that I remember going into my local video store, and it was a film, it was hard to rent. There was only ever one copy of it, amazingly enough, over here in Navan. You could only get one. There was only one copy of it. It was always gone. You could never get hold of it. But I always remembered the cover of this. And when Arrow Video released it, and they released the steelbook of it and gave us the original artwork, I had to pick it up. Now I really need to revisit this movie because, like I said, it has been years since I've seen it. But I do remember seeing it back in the day, and I remember enjoying it. So I think this could be a January watch. Hopefully it will be. So that's going to be my number 10. That is Rabid by David Cronenberg. Right, up next we have got John Hughes' classic Weird Science. This film probably would be in my top 10 greatest comedies of all time. I think the cast is unbelievable. What's her name in it? I forgot. Kelly LeBrock. I thought she was absolutely fantastic in this movie. And to me, John Hughes, I really mean, and I mean this, I think comedy died when John Hughes passed away. I just don't think comedies have been the same. He was the master when it came to comedies. The amount of great movies that he's either written, directed, produced, you know, it's unbelievable. You know, it's even like I think he wrote and produced the Home Alone movies, absolute classic Christmas classics. He done the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation as well, unbelievable. Planes, Trains and Automobiles, another incredible movie. He just has a never-ending list of unbelievable comedies, and this is definitely up there at one of his highest. And I do love the steelbook of it as well. So that is my number 9 pick. That is Weird Science. Another classic here. What a movie this is. We have got Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I do love the simplicity of this artwork, but it just works so well. It really is a thing of beauty. It really is. And this is definitely up there with one of my favourite kind of horror sci-fi movies, which I'm going to have. I do have another one in this top 10 list that I do prefer over this one, but was always a massive fan of this movie, and it's been remade so many times. It's unbelievable. You've got the what was it, Daniel Craig's movie, it was The Invasion, which I didn't mind too much either. It's nothing near as good as this one, but like, it's still a decent movie as well. And I have to, again, this is another one of these movies that I really need to check out. What a cast. I haven't seen this film now a few times. I do love this movie, but, like, you know, you have Jeff Goldblum in it, you got Leonard Nimoy in there, you've got Veronica Cartwright, you've got Donald Sutherland. What an unbelievable cast. And it's just a great sci-fi horror movie, and if you haven't checked this out, do check it out. And Arrow Video did a great job with this release. The picture quality looks absolutely amazing on it as well. So that is the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Right, up next, this is number 7. Probably one of, if not my favourite comedy of all time. We've got Bob Clark's Porkys. This film has it all when it comes to comedy. This is the benchmark of comedy in my eyes. What an incredible movie. Every single scene in this movie has me in tears laughing. But there is one scene, and anyone that's familiar with this movie, which I'm sure there's a lot of yous out there, it has to be the scene where the coaches they're trying to hold the laughter off in the principal's office. I think it is It's just comedy genius, that scene. And of course, you have the scene with Lassie with Kim Cattrall. Absolutely incredible. And that scene with Kim Cattrall kind of sets up that principal scene. And if there's anyone out there that has not seen Porky's, do check this movie out. It is the amount of films that we wouldn't have today because of this movie. And I do love the Steelbook. I was always a fan of the original cover of Porky's. Look, it says everything you need to know about Porky's. That's exactly what it is. And yeah, it was such a mega hit when it came out. I think it grossed over 100 million in the box office as well. Back in what, wow, I can't remember what year it was. It must have been around 1980, 81, something like that. So it was an absolute it was a mega hit. And yeah, definitely worth checking out. So that is my number 7 pick. That is Porky's. And I might sit down and watch that tonight. Right, up next, number 6, we've got George Romero's Day of the Dead. Love this artwork. This film is hard for me. Dawn and Day. To try and pick between, like, it's trying to pick between them two. What is my favorite Romero zombie movie? I can't do it. It's very, very hard to pick between them two. This one is probably the best Tom Savini work you will ever see in a movie, if I'm being totally honest. Some of the scenes at the end of this movie is, they're absolutely rough to watch. Even now, they're still unbelievably rough to watch. But that's a testament to Tom Savini and his work in this movie. Absolutely incredible, and was always a fan of the original artwork as well. So yes, we have Day of the Dead. And that brings us on to number 5. And this is another one of these kind of sci-fi horror movies I was talking about, kind of similar to Invasion of the Body Snatchers. We've got Tobe Hooper's Lifeforce. Now, I think this was under another name, maybe in America, or maybe it was going to be. I think it was going to be called like Space Vampires or something like that. Something silly like that. And thankfully, they stuck with Lifeforce because, yeah, I don't know, something to do with space vampires. It just doesn't sound right. Some of the practical effects in this movie is absolutely fantastic as well. Okay, granted, they do look a little dated, but still very, very impressive to watch. It is a slow burn movie. It takes a while to kind of kick off, but when it does kick off, it is quite amazing. And I was always a massive fan of this movie. I remember growing up seeing it. I thought it really was an incredible movie by Tobe Hooper. My God, he was on form in the 80s. No question about it. And you've also got... it's a decent cast. I don't know too many people, but I thought the cast in it was quite decent. Patrick Stewart actually makes a cameo in this. I think he's in it for around maybe 10, 15 minutes. And he still didn't have hair. Amazingly enough, even though this film was, 1981 maybe? 82, something like that. So, yeah, that is going to be my number 5 pick, and that is Lifeforce, Tobe Hooper. Great movie. Right, up next we have got John Carpenter classic here. We have got Big Trouble in Little China. Now this steelbook is rare. This sold out almost immediately, and thank God I was one of the lucky few that actually got one. Very hard to get this steelbook now. I think they've done another issue, maybe they've done a Zavvi exclusive issue of Big Trouble in Little China as well, where that is a lot easier to get than this one. Look, anyone who knows John Carpenter, who knows me, I love this movie. It really has everything you could possibly want when it comes to this kind of genre movie. Kurt Russell in it is just, he really talk about an anti-hero. Unbelievable. Jack Burton, definitely up there with one of Kurt Russell's best characters, next to probably Snake Plissken, and probably McCready as well. Just every time him and John Carpenter worked together, it was just pure movie gold, and this film is extraordinary. So yeah, that is going to be my number 4 pick, Big Trouble in Little China, and transfer is quite decent on this as well, and there's a fairly good few features on it as well. Right, up next we have got this fantastic 80s slasher movie. We have got The Burning. Again, this is the film that I think put kind of Tom Savini on the map. Some of his work that he'd done in this movie was unbelievable. This film was banned for a long time over here. You couldn't, even now when you kind of watch it, now, and you kind of see that the films that they allowed back in the 80s, they allowed to kind of get through, not the films that didn't get banned, sorry. And the fact that this, I think it's one scene in particular in this movie is what got this film banned. It's something to do with a scene on a raft. I'm not going to say too much about it, but it is a bad scene, but my god, I have seen far, far worse when it came to the 80s. But for some strange reason, this film did get banned. And thankfully, Arrow Video brought it out, and what a job they have done with this. The Steelbook is absolutely beautiful. The transfer is unbelievable. And yeah, if you're a fan of your 80s slasher movies, this is the one for you to check out. Very, very underrated movie, I think, as well. I think Friday the 13th always kind of steals the show when it comes to kind of 80s camp movies, but that was a great movie. Right, so number 2, we are going back to John Carpenter. Of course, we have The Thing. Now, I think this is... Because I'd done a recent video there, I think it was a couple of months ago, that I'd done on The Thing when they came out in 4K, and I did buy the collector's edition, and I also bought the Steelbook. I think I have the Steelbook at least 5 times. I think, I have the movie on Steelbook form 5 times. It's unbelievable. I just love this movie, and if they bring out any kind of collector's edition for this film, I will pick it up. And I could not do a top 10 list of Arrow Video Steelbooks and not have this in the top 10. And the cover is so iconic, it is so beautiful, and to actually get the original artwork on Steelbook form is a first for me, because all the other Steelbooks I had of it are just alternate artworks that they were never the original artwork. So it was always fantastic to finally get this incredible Steelbook. So that is going to be my number 2 pick. That is John Carpenter's The Thing. Right, number 1, and this film is just extraordinary. It is definitely close up there with Porkys, with my favourite comedies from the 80s. And we have got Joe Dante's The Burbs. Tom Hanks is absolutely extraordinary in this film. It is so funny. It is it's creepy sometimes. It's weird. It's them scenes where they're kind of walking around the kind of the cul-de-sac at night. It's just, there's something it's very unsettling sometimes to watch it. And Joe, it's a testament to Joe Dante and how phenomenal of a director he actually is. The Steelbook of this is, oh wow, it is, the minute Arrow Video announced this, I remember that, I instantly snapped it. I needed it. The only downside I had to it is the transfer on this movie is very poor. It's a terrible transfer, I'm not gonna lie. It's a minor upgrade up from the DVD. I was very disappointed with it. I couldn't believe a film like The Burbs, and to get this such a great Steelbook get this Steelbook treatment, sorry, and to have such a very poor transfer on it, it was absolutely baffling, and it really was a shame. So that is my number 1 pick, folks. That is The Burbs, and yeah, you can see why I picked it. It's just absolutely incredible, the Steelbook. So that is it, folks. That is my top 10 favourite Steelbooks from Arrow Video. I don't think I'm going to be doing... I think I might have one more top 10 list when it comes to Steelbooks. I might do my top 10 worst Steelbooks that I own. And I have to tell you, I do have a few of them, so that's actually going to be it's going to be hard picking out the 10 out of that kind of pile, because there is a good few of them. But look, it's something to kind of maybe look into in the future. So that is it, folks. That is it. So as per usual, if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you could leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought of these 10 movies that I picked out, and let me know what your favourite Steelbook out of 10 was as well. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. So take care, folks out there. Stay safe. Bye bye.